Play off the Warriors first. They kicked the whole thing off with the Golden Warriors. Then they play the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns probably the only team that was even in the playoffs last year that they're playing. Then they playing the Grizzlies, and I mean, you play the Rockets in back to backs in the first, basically first 10 games. That's the first 2 weeks of the season. They trying to cupcake it, so they can only have one loss. Right? They trying to push them they talking about we gonna get the Bulls record. 72. They are not finna touch that Bulls record. They ain't gonna come close to touching the Bulls record. But this is the type of ridiculousness that comes along with this. Yeah. Let me go ahead and talk about this. Man. This is cray cray. Cray cray cray. Cray 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 cray. So let me get this straight. The Lakers all the way into November the 6th are playing basically one winning team in the NBA. One winning team in the league. That's what you're telling me, right? Okay. I get it. One winning team. Wow. That's remarkable. So tell me, the Houston Rockets, are they going somewhere this year? Now, I like the Grizzlies, but are they going somewhere this year? I also like the Warriors, but what is Golden State going to do this year? They might win this year because they're the most liked team. So what's really happening here? Is the bigger question. What's really happening? They're altering the schedules. I mean, clearly altering the schedules. Well, this is what they do. To try to shut you down, this is what they do. Unfortunately. Yeah, they put a light schedule up there. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, because they're not going to send out any notifications. You get that. Dad's surgery went successful. GC's on the couch. Getting some things in order before he pack up. Hit the ground running. That's what we do around here.
I know, but they can't just come where you are. Because I understand that they can't come where you are.
I'm gonna go to the.
Gonna be at work by the time we get going, because we trying to leave before rush hour.
I'm finna go to the store. So you want me to grab something for you while I'm gone? That you need something to eat? You leaving me finally? You gonna stop scratching doors? I'm going to Walmart. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some pillowcases, some extra pillowcases. You gonna have some new pillowcases. Probably could just take those. I don't even know what set those go to. But
I'm hungry.
what did you want to eat?
I wanted a breakfast sandwich, but they don't sell them at
You can get the salad or whatever. The Caesar thing. Well, just call me on the road. We'll figure it out. I believe that. Sorry they didn't give y'all a notification. And of course, y'all, in case y'all didn't know, on the Patreon today is the Jay-Z and Nas battling for Aaliyah. That's already up. The R. Kelly one is coming up today. You're going to have both of them available today. The R. Kelly one is going to blow your minds. A lot of y'all going to say, I knew it. But a lot of y'all going to say, oh my God. And you're going to see why Bill Cosby and them got involved. Straight like that. Now look, let's go from the beginning to the end. As you can see, from the beginning to the end, the LeBron James BS. Last year, the Lakers weren't in shape. They gave the Lakers the easiest games in the first part of the season. So they really didn't have to play any teams for like the first 2 weeks. Once again, they're doing it again. They're letting the Lakers get ready to play themselves into shape, giving them only one winning team in basketball to play within the first, basically, to November. And that's the Phoenix Suns. I don't think the Detroit Pistons have an easier schedule. Some wise man is going to tell you this. A wise man is going to say, well, Sino, everybody play the same amount of games and play the same teams. Why are you complaining? Well, I'll tell you why. Sit down, cop a seat. Everybody knows it's difference from playing tough games in cupcake games. When you're playing teams that's playing winning basketball, tough games every night, especially early in the season, there's a major difference. There is a huge major difference. No, everybody who knows know. If I give you 10 easy games to get your rhythm together, your timing, learning how to play, then by the time you play the good teams who've been in wars all the first 2 weeks trying to figure it out, you got a comfortable lead where you done won 10 games and probably lost 1. So you start your season off 10-1, while everybody else is probably like 7-2, or 8-2, 7-3, all that stuff, and you just out here doing y'all thing, and everybody believe y'all just running the league. Remember how the Orlando Magic in the beginning of the season, how them teams be at the top of the division, then they hit that 10-game or 8-game losing streak. Guys get out on the road. Notice the first couple of games, they're going to be near LA. Same thing they did last year. They was letting them play the Clippers starting off. Then they went to play the Sacramento Kings. Then they went to play the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, well, damn, just let the Lakers sleep in their own bed for 2 weeks, where everybody else got to travel and hit the road. It was ridiculous. And where they start off now? Golden State, Phoenix. I'm like, come on, man. We see the BS meter has been pressed. We see it. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, even though they have sabotaged everything here today. That's on me for not doing my part and making sure I did my part in preventing that. I just kind of saw that and reacted. As long as the Lakers lose, I'm happy. To see LeBron James lose is the greatest satisfaction on this planet. That guy must lose. And you might say, why? Why would you think that? That guy losing, it is the greatest thing ever invented. And I only say that because he needs to lose. If anybody's got to go down, it's got to be him. There can be no other way. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was just a small commercial break. I just got a phone call. My uncle's on his other side of his family, his sister died. So, I was talking to him for a minute. But that's why I hadn't spoken to him or anything. Hello, how you doing? Well, that's the way you gotta move sometimes, You gotta move in different ways. Me, it's a little different when I move, based on what other people are doing. But we've seen this LeBron James act countless times, Still, who wouldn't have went with this? You wouldn't have gotten any type of cooperation like this. What they're doing now, you wouldn't have got any of this from Adam Silver. From David Stern. David Stern be like, look, you supposed to be the best, man. Be it. Look, I'm putting you in the best position possible. You supposed to be LeBron James. I heard you was good. Prove it. And that's what you want to see. You get tired of all this crying and whining. You like, man, look, prove it. Okay, I ain't got time for all this, man, I am this and I was that. It's like, dude, prove it. Got no time for this nonsense at all. So just prove it. So he can't, the thing is that he couldn't prove it doing anything else because he's not that good. So when you run into a player that's like that's not that good, but is just propped up to be, Adam Silver wants to try to milk it and get as much out of it as he can. So that's why you see the situations go the way they go. So anyway, it just didn't matter. It really didn't, because you had 6 or 7 different people saying, oh, LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. LeBron, King James. Till your brain get programmed to believe that. There's people that don't watch basketball now. Like, they've abandoned it because all they keep hearing about is this LeBron James. It's like, I haven't really watched it too much since the Bulls, got out of it, since the Bulls stopped playing. When Jordan left, they kind of left. So it's not like he brought in people. He was pushing people away. If you saw the NBA numbers before Steph Curry started going off and taking over the league, it was in the toilet. If you look at the worst viewed NBA finals of all times, LeBron James will be right in that finals. So all of this, like, it helps the league is nonsense. Watching a guy who has never won anything legit win an NBA title at 35 years old with a bunch of other 35-year-olds. So what? Y'all just gave him a pandemic championship. That wasn't enough to shut him up. Nope, he want more. And the league probably told him, look, man, this is the last time we pushing y'all. Because we can't keep doing this. Which I understand. You can't keep pushing a guy to run this league when they don't run this league. It's like, dude, this is an illusion. People are ready to move on. The younger players, they don't care about you really. We keep trying to force LeBron on all the younger people that's in here watching Trae Young, watching John Morant. And we slowing up they probably golden years of watching them take off. Luka Doncic, everybody else, they ready to go with Luka. Have you not seen where the league is now? The league has changed dramatically. The league now, back in the day, let's say in the 90s, it was about 16, I would say about 16 Euro players. Now there's over 100, and it's only like 400 spots on the team in the NBA. And 100 of them are now Euro. So the game has changed. Oh, that's the food we should have had. So, if you think about it from that perspective, you know exactly where everybody stands. So, it's not rocket science. It's real spill. Now, yeah, so you start adding these numbers together and start looking at the total picture, you start seeing where the real problems are, where the real situations are. Then you can start piecing things together and going, oh, okay, I get it now. This is what it is. Like, yeah, that's how it is. Well, people have to get their brains wrapped around the idea of what's happening. You know, a lot of people don't understand what that means. Like, you have to wrap your brain around certain things to see what's going on, and so you don't get caught with the brainwash. One of the reasons why they don't want this video going out, because they don't want you to know what their plans are. You're not supposed to see the brainwash. The brainwash is just supposed to work. So I'm sitting there like, whatever. Can I get some regular oatmeal? Because I don't know. Some original oatmeal. Let me get the ones that's sealed. Whole game rolled oatmeal. All right, there it is. Apples and oatmeal. All right. So, thanks for the super chat. Who was that? Bless. Oh, Deontay Wilder. Yeah, that's fight coming up. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I know. If you ask somebody who their favorite player to watch, who in the world would say LeBron James? Because people don't know they're being programmed to say LeBron James all the time. They don't even know why they saying it. Maybe who the best? LeBron, because they just don't want to be wrong. Because that's all they program you to try to say. He's King James. Oh, you don't need that.
Sorry, excuse me.
Oh.
Second. The oats.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's gonna be scanned.
No, I need to look up the price because they removed it from the system, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So just give me a sec, sir.
Okay. Right. Jason Tatum, I like them. All these young players are better. It is time to move on. It is not going to be good for the league if you're holding on to somebody who's way past their prime. They didn't do it for nobody else.
You good?
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
They didn't do it for Mike. They definitely ain't doing it for Kobe. So why in the world would they do it for this bum? Oh yeah, they love to bring up the dirt. I'm gonna tell you the difference with Dirk. Dirk stayed on the team his whole career, played there, fought to win. That team was in their 30s. LeBron then was 25 in their prime and lost to that team. Team of veterans who had never won anything. Right? According to the statistical people, LeBron has 4 championships. Right? Dwight Howard got championship. AD got a championship, if you want to call it that now. So the question becomes, what's the point? When Dallas won, none of them had won. They all have been in the finals or been close except for Dirk. Dirk had been there but didn't win it. Terry had a tattoo and didn't win it before, so it was imperative if he won now. And you got outplayed by a 35-year-old. In the prime of your career. Completely outplayed. Now that we got that assessed, Well, definitely, you gotta look at the whole picture. Yeah, a lot of people watching the Nas and Jay-Z on the Patreon right now. Nas and Jay-Z battling over Aaliyah. That's on the Patreon right now. And then the R. Kelly one is later on tonight. Like I said, well, you'll learn the whole truth. Allergies, baby. Don't ever get them. Don't believe none of the rumors. Don't believe any of them. There's a lot of other things going on here too. Oh, don't worry. They're gonna use this whole thing with Kyrie and him and the don't want to get the ooey put in his system. They gonna come after all of those things. Now watch. When the playoffs get rolling, or the NBA finals get rolling, Lakers are in there. Watch. Whoever going up against the Lakers, one of their main stars is going to all of a sudden come down with COVID. But the Lakers are immune. Watch. That train is never late. It is always on time. That car. It wasn't you. I'm glad I didn't yell at you. Well, no. The problem was, if you keep giving the Lakers cupcake schedules and doing all this to keep the Lakers up there, it's not going to keep the interest of the general public. The league is going to die off. People are tired of seeing the same old, same old. And that's what this is supposed to have been with Giannis and them winning against Phoenix. Everybody's like, all right, we're seeing something different. But you only saw something different because of injuries. Because Kawhi and them would have been in the finals. It wouldn't have been Phoenix. Boom. There we go. No, they don't have the same opportunities to pick these players up. Do you realize that this is being organized? You act like this is, who is that? AZ, the realist? It should be AZ, the delusional. Do you think these people had the same chances to pick up these players? These players don't want to go there. Do you think if the Minnesota Timberwolves said, come on over here, we're going to pick up Russ, we're going to pick up AD, we're going to pick up, hell no, they wasn't going to no damn Minnesota. Stop playing. This thing is organized. So I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, I know. KD versus Kawhi. Hey, we might get it this year. Kawhi come back in the middle of the season. We never know. And then we could really get that rematch going. Bye, Miss Chan. Sorry you guys got here a little late, but I got to run.